Good morning, Team Dynamite. All right, so if you don't know who I am Denise. I am part of Shannon's adoptive side of team members. And she has asked me to come in and talk about the importance of being involved with Consultant Corner. I'm going to wait a few minutes, see if we get a few people on. If you see the red live button, that means I am live. If not, and you catch the replay later, please just comment #replay so we know that this was seen by as many people as possible. And actually, Shannon didn't ask me. She did ask, if I wanted to do something. And this is something that I feel very strongly about. Any new team members, I always make sure that I get them into Consultant Corner because that is the best tool we have to run our business. But I'm going to wait a few more minutes because it's just now 10 o'clock, and that's when I said I would come live. So we'll see if a few more people come on. If not, we'll just go ahead and jump in. All right, because I cannot see any comments. So you all know that. You hear it every day when we do these lives. Can't see your comments. Sometimes we'll see when people hop in. So again, I'm Denise. I'm going to my take on how important Consultant Corner is and some of the highlights of why I love Consultant Corner and the information they share with us. So it looks like somebody come in. So, there's Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Okay, the first thing about Consultant Corner is on the 1st and the 15th of each month, depending on if those dates fall on the weekends. So, if it's on the weekend, they will let us know. They'll either do it the Friday or the Monday after either one of those dates. They do a live. They keep us informed of everything that's either coming for the month, things like that. The first is mostly to let us know what's coming up and to always let us know what Club Pink is the following month. That's my favorite. I love finding out what Club Pink is going to be. The 15th is a little different. Most months, now they're not doing it now. They won't do that this month because of last month's, because we're going to reunion. But the 15th is always about top in different categories, like top in sales, top in parties, those kind of things. And they will shout out like the first 5 of each of those categories. We always have our Dazzling Sapphire. It is always so cool to listen to a Dazzling Sapphire story. It's inspiring. So that's another reason I love watching the 15th too, because I love seeing the stories and a little bit about the people that we're all in this together with. You find out little things that maybe you didn't know about this person. So that is what goes on for the 1st and the 15th. The next one I want to talk about is if you can't watch the lives, which I know a lot of people can't because they're always during the day. Most people work. That's great. I mean, it's okay because they're there. So make sure you go back and watch those replays and make sure that you add that #replay so they know that you are watching it. Something about the algorithm too, and I've noticed it even with myself. If you are not interacting with Pink Zebra Consultant Corner, their lives or whatever they're posting may be further down in your feed. You've got to keep up with that and make sure that you are engaging so it does come up on your feed more. Or you're going to have to go back and search. But that's an easy fix. The other thing they're going to share in these lives or on Consultant Corner is monthly focuses. We don't do them every month, but some months we do. The ones that come to mind, and one that I think we'll probably do again because we seem to always do it around October, is breast cancer awareness. They'll have a monthly focus and what their goal is and how we can help. So that's another another good thing to be involved in, to keep up on those monthly focuses. Very important. If there are any compliance updates, they are going to post those in Consultant Corner. And then they'll let you know that it's been added to the handbook. If you're not watching, or if you're not keeping up with it, you're not going to know what maybe new compliance is. You could be at this for, months and thinking you're doing everything okay. And then all of a sudden you get a compliance and it's like, oh, I didn't even know. Well, you're not going to get a compliance notification if you had seen. So these are very important because times are always changing. They're always having to update. So they will add those compliance, new compliance updates. But they'll also say it'll be in our handbook. They will also keep us updated on product situation or shipping. Sometimes we get, there's product that unforeseen. Something's happened. They've ran out of a component for a product. Well, they'll keep us updated and tell us, don't worry, it is going to be restocked. Or if there's shipping, situations. We always kind of run into those situations, mostly at the end of the year because of the holidays. We might see a little bit of an issue with that, but they always keep us updated. So another reason to be in there. Let's see. Oh, they will also issue if they're having phone issues, because they've had those in the past. You can always find that they will say, hey, you cannot reach us during this time because our phones are down, or they're aware that there's something going on with the website. If you're watching and you're seeing that, it saves you the headache from trying to, find another consultant. Hey, can you do this? Well, if you go and see, they probably have posted that they're aware of the situation, IT is working on it, and they'll let us know when those issues have been resolved. Let's see. I made a whole list of notes here. Oh, the other thing that I love, this is so wonderful of Pink Zebra to do this. They provide us with the most beautiful graphics that we can use before our PZTV Lives and the new scent drops on Thursdays. They post those for us to share to our customers. That saves us. That saves us a lot of time from having to create our own. They provide them for us, and they're beautifully done. The other thing they will provide for us after those lives is graphics of the new product. Again, saves us time. We don't have to make them. We get to share those right to our teams, our VIP groups, business pages for customers. So you want to utilize all those graphics. It's just a time saver. If you are not in Consultant Corner, you can get with your upline. They'll get you in by inviting you or recommending. If you don't have anybody that can do that, you can join on your own. You just have to remember, you've got to answer the security questions that they have in place. And that is to keep people out that do not belong in there. So they're going to ask you those. You have to answer them to get in. If once you are in, and if you are in there, go back through and check. Every once in a while, I have to check my notifications. For some reason, it gets put to, I don't know what it is, but I have to change it back to all. That way, I'm getting everything. If I start noticing I'm not seeing it on my feed, 9 times out of 10, I have to go in, change my notifications back to all. So it's always a good time. Go check it. Make sure it still has all there. The other thing you want to utilize Consultant Corner for is introducing your new teammates. You want to get, and that's a way of making sure they're in there. You want to announce them. If you have anybody on your team that has met some goals, whether it be their quick starts, you want to do a shout out for them. Anybody on your team that's made a sapphire, you want to shout them out. And the same as go in and congratulate those people, even if they're not on your team. Everybody loves shout outs, you know, so I go in and I'm in there at least once a day. I'm probably in Consultant Corner 5 to 10 times a day, just, you know, checking in things and see what's new. And if anybody has, you know, posted a new teammate, I welcome them. If they've gotten their first, second, third quick starts, I go in, I congratulate. It's just, I think we need to get back to just being nice. And I think this is a way of being nice in my own way. So I try to congratulate everybody. The other thing I want to talk about is if you cannot watch the live, a lot of teammates can't watch it either. So you can always copy the link for those lives and post it in your team pages. That way your team has another way of seeing what maybe the live was about. I don't know if anybody's got any other suggestions. Those are the ones that I find the most important to being in Consultant Corner. So if anybody's got some just add them into the comments. Hopefully people will watch, they'll see the comments, and they'll see how important Consultant Corner is. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching. All right, bye.